Picture this. You've got an AI model. Maybe it's the absolute latest release, state of the art, just totally scoring off the charts on every single benchmark. But on its own, it's essentially just a super smart brain floating in a void. It's incredibly intelligent, sure, but it fundamentally has no hands, it has no long-term memory, and it has absolutely zero context about who you are or what you're even working on. Every single time you open a new chat window, that brilliant brain just completely resets. It's totally helpless to do any real continuous work for you. So welcome to this explainer. Today, we are going to fix that exact floating brain problem. We're going to transform those basic, forgetful chatbot wrappers into persistent, autonomous systems that actually work alongside you. We'll be diving into how to build an architecture that literally grows smarter the longer it runs, and we're going to do it using one of the most exciting tools available right now, Hermes Agent. Okay, let's dive right into this. To make that floating brain actually useful, we need what's called an AI harness. Think of it as digital scaffolding, or maybe like a high-tech suit of armor that we build and lock around that raw foundation model. This harness is the absolutely crucial operating layer that finally gives the AI hands to use tools, things like a web browser or your local file system. It gives it a local memory vault so it actually remembers your long-term goals, and it establishes strict, unbreakable rules to follow. You know, most of an AI agent's real-world capability doesn't actually come from the raw model weights. It comes from this exact harness managing the context, the memory, and the permissions, so the AI can execute real work safely. And this brilliantly illustrates the academic foundation for what we're talking about today. This conceptual blueprint for an agent operating system, or Agent OS, notes that right now, a lot of AI agent setups basically resemble bare metal computing. They're these chaotic, ad hoc pipelines that force developers to build bespoke solutions for state management and tool access over and over again. It's exhausting. But this blueprint points toward the missing layer between foundation models and applications. It really validates the massive architectural shift we need, moving away from fragile, breakable AI scripts and towards structured, guaranteed, resource-isolated agent workflows. Section 1. Meet Hermes Agent, the agent that grows with you. So, how do we actually build this? Well, enter Hermes Agent by Nous Research. Hermes is an open-source AI assistant specifically designed to be the ultimate harness. It isn't just a coding copilot tethered to your IDE, and it's definitely not just another chat wrapper. It's an autonomous agent that lives right on your server, remembers what it learns, and actually has a built-in, self-improving learning loop. So here is our highly achievable 5-step onboarding roadmap to get you from absolute zero to a fully functional, persistent AI teammate today. We're going to cover the installation, setting up the agent's core identity, choosing your model provider, connecting a second brain for memory, and finally expanding the agent's reach way beyond your local laptop. Steps 1 and 2, installation and core setup. Now you might be thinking that setting up an autonomous agent system is going to take hours of configuration and navigating dependency hell, but step 1 is simply running this single line of code in your terminal. That's literally it. This install script handles all the complex platform-specific setup for you. It works natively across Mac OS and Linux. If you're on Windows, you just run this inside WSL2. And amazingly, honestly, this blew my mind, you can even install it on an Android phone using the Termux app. Once that command runs, you just reload your shell and type Hermes setup to start the configuration wizard. Bam! The scaffolding is instantly built. Now for step 2, shaping your agent's behavior. Hermes uses really simple markdown files to define its instructions. So the crucial point here is understanding the key difference between these two files, SOUL.md and AGENTS.md. SOUL.md is your agent's permanent personality. It sits at the very top of the system prompt and defines the overall tone and communication style. You know, whether it's a pragmatic senior engineer or a really tough code reviewer. That applies everywhere. AGENTS.md, on the other hand, is the localized brain. You drop this file into a specific project folder to outline project-specific rules, your specific coding standards, and workflows. Basically, SOUL is who the agent is, AGENTS is what the agent needs to know right now. Step 3, model providers. Okay, so we have our scaffolding and our rules, but here's where Hermes really shines. Its architecture offers immense freedom when choosing your actual brain. Specifically, I'm talking about the total lack of vendor lock-in. You are not trapped in a single ecosystem here. Want to use Claude from Anthropic? Great. Prefer to log in securely with XAI Grok using your Super Grok subscription? You can do that straight through the browser. Want to access over 200 models via OpenRouter? Or maybe you want to run completely private local models using Ollama or LM Studio? It is all supported. And the absolute best part, you can swap your brain out instantly just by typing Hermes model in the terminal. No code changes required whatsoever. Step 4, Obsidian memory layer. Look, we all know the biggest frustration with standard chatbots is their goldfish-like forgetfulness. Hermes completely solves this with a brilliant two-tiered memory system. Internally, Hermes keeps a really compact database of durable facts, skills it's learned, and preferences that actively shape its future runs. But you don't want your agent's entire context trapped in some opaque database that you can't even read, right? That is exactly where Obsidian comes in. By pointing Hermes to an Obsidian vault, which is just a folder of markdown files, you create a totally transparent, human-readable workspace. Hermes can search, create, and edit notes right there in the open. You get a super clean vault for project logs and daily summaries that you can manually review, search, and clean up yourself. I absolutely love this quote from a user on the AI SEO Insider subreddit. They perfectly point out that a forgetful agent can still be a neat little party trick, but Hermes's memory completely changes the game. It actually understands your projects, it notices repeated problems, and it suggests automations based on your actual work context, not just a one-off message prompt. Connecting Hermes to a readable vault like Obsidian fundamentally transforms your setup. Just like they said, it stops being a messy pile of separate tools and finally starts to feel like a real, actual team member. Step 5, expand and automate. So, what happens when you unleash this new teammate while you step away from the keyboard? Because you definitely don't have to keep your terminal open. A single gateway process allows you to connect your agent directly to Telegram, Discord, Slack, or WhatsApp. You can deploy Hermes on a cheap $5 cloud server or use modal serverless infrastructure where it basically hibernates and costs nearly nothing when it's idle. From there, you can literally text it tasks from your phone while you're standing at the grocery store. You can even use natural language to set up cron schedules, like just tell it to audit your server every Friday at midnight and it'll run completely unattended and send the report right to your Telegram. It can even spawn its own isolated sub-agents to do parallel work simultaneously. How cool is that? We've seen exactly how wrapping a raw, floating AI brain in the digital scaffolding of Hermes Agent turns it into a relentless, self-improving worker. You have the blueprint now. You have the 5-step roadmap to install the harness, shape its soul, pick its brain, give it a long-term memory, and automate it across all your favorite platforms. The only thing left to do is actually put it to work. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. What complex, repetitive task will you delegate to your brand new autonomous teammate today? Go install the ultimate AI harness and change how you work forever. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you on the next one.